Hey guys, Nugi here. Today's video, evasion and dodge. How does it work? Well, let me explain. So, the way evasion works is not how some people would think, being random. A lot of people think, well, you have a chance to evade, well, it's pretty random, I don't really know if I want to do this, I don't know if I trust this. Well, feel safe. Evasion doesn't work with a pseudo-random function, it's as entropy. Dodge, however, is random or pseudo-random, and I'll come into that after I talk about evasion. So evasion, how it works is that whenever you get attacked, the monster's accuracy is weighed against your evasion, and there's a number that's going to get generated, and this number is going to be applied to your entropy. So whenever you start a fight, you get assigned a random entropy value. You just get assigned a random value. When this value breaks 100, you will get hit. So if a monster, let's say we start at 20, it adds 30 entropy value to this. It's gonna attack you. It's gonna attack you again from 20 to 50 to 80. It's then gonna attack you again, bringing it up to 110. What then happens is when it breaks 100, it goes down again to 10. That's the remaining, and then you get hit. So you're now hit. It adds another 30. So we're at 40, another 30. We're at 70, another 30. We're at 100, whoop, back down. And it goes 30, 60, 90, 120. Easy to understand. So you can see here, every fourth attack or so is going to hit you. And that's it. That's how it works. At least versus a single monster. You can, however, get crit. If you get crit, that's not going to add to your entropy value, but what it is going to do is going to have a pseudo-random roll based on your chance to evade. If you then evade this critical hit, it's then going to get downgraded to an attack that's still going to hit you. Okay, then you can dodge it, or you can block it and whatever, or and then mitigate it through other means. But the entropy value from the normal hits are not affected here at all. And let me show you how this works in game. So here we are in game with our little zombie friend. Let's see how he fares against us. First off, don't get fooled by this number right here. I might have 8.5k evasion and 43. That doesn't mean this zombie has 43. This is an average number based on your level versus your evasion. It's going to give you like an average number that you would assume to evade a level 83 monster. This is an 59, so I have a way higher chance to evade versus normal monsters of this level, but zombies might have higher accuracy versus others, but in general they're pretty even with their accuracy. Sometimes you meet accurate monsters. Those are some you want to be careful about because they hit you even more often. But let's take a look at this guy. I'm gonna go at him here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He hits me. He doesn't hit. Now I will assume at least a few hits before he hits me again. There we go, he hit me. He doesn't hit me. He doesn't hit me. He doesn't hit me. And he hits me. He doesn't hit me. He shouldn't hit me now. Good. Now he could hit me, or the next one. And maybe the next one. Wow. We could have... There we go. He hits me again. So his accuracy is kind of terrible versus my evasion. As you can see, this was clearly not 43%. This was clearly more. Also showing that you cannot trust these numbers. So where evasion can be a little bit random is if you are fighting more monsters at the same time. Let's assume that these are monkeys, they're golems, they're everything, and they all hit me like they hit me like consecutively. They keep hitting me. What happens then is that, let's say this guy hits, like 4 of them hits me. They will all add to the same number, and whenever one of them breaks 100, that's gonna count as a hit. So if you have a lot of monsters that hit you for nothing, and then you have one big guy who can hit you for a lot, that big guy might be the only one who ever breaks. So you could get hit by the hard-hitting monsters over and over again. So do be careful. It's not gonna average all the damage out if you have, let's say, 60% chance to evade. It's not gonna add 60% damage reduction as one might think, because it all depends in which order these guys are attacking. If you then get unlucky and only the hard-hitting ones actually hit you, you could be taking a lot more damage from the different types of monsters than you would expect. So then there's dodge. Dodge is this roll that comes after evasion. This is a pseudo-random roll, meaning that it's going to be as close as possible to the whole random event. This does not have anything to do with their accuracy or anything. It's just whenever you get attacked by any monster at all, it's gonna have a chance to hit you or to dodge. So if you have 50% dodge, it doesn't matter if the guy has a lot of accuracy or none, it's gonna be 50% chance. That's how that works. So evasion is gonna work with their accuracy versus your evasion. This is also why Enfeeble is so good. Dodge is pseudo-random. And also, I want to mention that whenever you do evade or dodge, it's gonna negate 100% of the damage done. And it's not gonna stun you. It's not gonna apply a status effect or anything. So that's really good. However, where does this become dangerous? It becomes dangerous when you're talking mainly about physical spells, because evasion only works against attacks. It works great against attacks, but when you then get hit by a spell, for all the elementals you have resist. So if you have a high health pool, you have a high resist, you get hit by very little, like you're very well defended against elemental spells. But if you then get hit by a physical spell, well, look at me, I only have 100 armor. I'm gonna take the full force of that physical spell. I can't mitigate it, I can't evade it. What I could do is I could get some spell dodge. That means that dodge all of a sudden applies or 2 spells, as you can see in here. Very nice. I can get that. Or I can just accept the fact that I'm gonna have a bad time. I can also safeguard myself with granites, giving me some. I can do Enduring Cry. I can do Enfeeble to lower their damage. I can do one more thing. I can gear for it as well, or 2 more things. I can gear for it, or I can use Arctic Armor as well. Arctic Armor is the flat amount that's taking away from the spells. Can be very, very nice as well. But let's talk about how the armors work. So here's my ranger, evasion ranger, with the lightning coil. And so the way the lightning coil works is this. Whenever you take a physical attack, this could be an attack as well, which is also good, but all the spells as well will all be mitigated by this armor. You see the 40% of the physical damage gets converted to lightning. You might think, but then I could get shocked. This is not a very good idea. Well, but what happens is that you have a lot of resist. Let's say you have 75. This means that this physical attack that might hit you for 1,000, you take away 400 of that, you convert it to lightning damage. So that 400 lightning damage then gets mitigated by the 75 resist, so that's 100 lightning damage left. And then you have 100 lightning damage, you have 600 physical damage, and all of a sudden this doesn't feel as terrifying. This is a big chunk of that damage taken away. Then you could add in some all that good stuff on top, but this is a way that you will instantly have good results in dealing with spells. I hope you guys learned something today about evasion and dodge. If you have any questions, put them below in a comment. If not, then I'll see you guys next time for another video. Have a good one.